It is July 1938, harvest season, and the great German state realizes that they have a dearth of heavy-duty agricultural equipment, so they decided to start on a building program to build a Gross-Tractor, heavy-duty caterpillar-equipped tractors to till and plow the soil, the great German soil, to reap a bountiful harvest in the upcoming years. In other parts of the globe, we see that the Abyssinians have now firmed up their control of the territory, and the Italians have also built up some resources to maintain that war, to persist it, and to keep it going on for the future, because the Abyssinians realize they cannot win without capturing Eritrea. In the Far East, the Japanese are still at peace, and things are going quite well for them. We see over here that the KMT forces have built up a lot of cavalry units, and in the backwoods areas, building up strong forces for any potential incursions in their territory. And the Japanese have built up a major port over here. There is much suspicion as to why they've built the major port, but the actual idea there is that this is territory that was controlled by Germany in World War I, in the Great War. And the Germans have requested that Japanese build a major port for them in order to take it back, as a token of good faith in the new alliance between the Germans and the Japanese. So that is why also we have a flag showing mission here with the battle cruiser is coming back here in the name of the old Kaiser to come back and take over the island of Palau, and that's why the Japanese fleet has assembled here. It's truly just peaceful maneuvers here, essentially. The flag showing mission by the Germans as they reacquire the nation, the island of Palau. What else happens in the globe? Well, we don't see too much action anywhere else. Let's take a quick look at the Spanish Civil War. It is concluded and things are at peace over here. Over here in the Spanish Civil War losses, I've taken the liberty of writing it all down. The Nationalists have lost a total of 25 IPP, and the Republicans 54. Now keep in mind that there's always going to be disproportionate losses for the defeated party in any combat. For Lend-Lease, we had 16 IPP as Germany, and 9 IPP as the Italians. And then British have sent $2 for a militia upgrade to the Republicans as well. Now, if we take these figures here and try to make an adjusted value of how much our losses are, then we would see that the adjusted nationalist value is 50 IPP, not necessarily lost, but taken out of circulation, let's say. And the adjusted Republican value is something like 56 IPP. So that gives you a rough idea of things lost in this combat. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's one of the ways to kind of proportionately make a person aware of it, because the equipment sent to Nationalist Spain are effectively out of circulation for perhaps the duration of the game. And so that's one way of looking at this value here. All right. Welcome all to the fortress. Now we start our turn proper. Let's share a timestamp. I'm a little bit slow this morning. It is 4:39 a.m. I've only had about 4 hours sleep last night, so things are a little bit difficult, and work is pretty hectic as well. Let's dive right into the actual turn. We are skipping the tech rolls as per usual and coming down here to our build queue. So we have 46 IPP to spend. We're building 5 armored units, and then we're building 4 mechanized, and we also get a free infantry, and we also have a recruitment roll that we need to roll later on. That's not official. Later on, that's what we're going to be rolling. A 1, hopefully 2 as well. All right, let's get to our combat movements. We have one combat movement, which is an annexation of Bohemia is annexing Slovakia. Well, I say annexing. Instead, what it actually is just a peaceful, not necessarily liberation, but cooperation and partnership with the forces of Slovakia, as they realize that the way of the future is actually to be part of the state of the great economic state of Germany. They see that is the new ruler of the European Union as such, great Central European Union. So that is our combat move. Now for our non-combat move, we're just going to move a couple units around. Our self-propelled artillery is coming from Berlin to Western Germany. We're also going to move our infantry from Berlin to Western Germany. That is the blue division there. And that is, I believe there is one more thing to do here. I'll have to review my notes quickly. Oh, yes, a fighter here from Slovakia is flying across to Western Germany as well. I didn't see any comments saying that wasn't allowed, so that's the situation there. So those units move over there. Now we take a look at other theaters and see what we can do. Over here in the port of M1 of Catalonia, we're moving 1 torpedo boat destroyer, and he's going to move 1, 2, 3 spaces into A35. Now, the reason I'm moving that there is I have a suspicion, although I haven't checked on this one, that I'm not sure if any forces can attack a neutral port or units in a neutral port. I don't know if that works. If it does work, then my entire strategy here with the German transport is effectively ruined. If this German transport is exposed to attack by enemy bombers and such. But my hope is, I didn't check with anybody, but that was my assumption, that they are within this neutral port, therefore they cannot be attacked. And likewise, they are sitting here in this port as well. So, moving on to our other subsequent moves. So in A46, we have a submarine. A submarine from A46 is moving 1, 2, 3 spaces to A34 up here. And this other submarine in A46 is going to move a few spaces as well. 1, 2 spaces down south to A49. So from A46 to A49. And on the in the Red Sea, here we have, what sea zone is that in? I-5, we have a battle cruiser plus 2 submarines, and those guys are going to move across I-10. 1, 2, 3, which is just south of the Maldives. Here we go. And those go there, and I do believe that about covers it all. I need to review my list here. I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but maybe it's just because early on in the morning and it's one of those awkward days. All right, I believe that is it. Okay, now we're going on to our place unit phase. So I'm going to place 3 medium armor and 2 mechanized into Western Germany at our factory there with a capacity of 5. And the remaining, I just threw that on there for now. The remaining 2 armor and 2 mechanized are going to go into Bavaria, and our free infantry there that we got from Spain is going to go into Berlin. And that about covers our place unit stuff. Now, one thing worthwhile noting, for those of you that like rules, it doesn't say, as far as I can gather, it doesn't say anything in the rules about not being able to lend lease to Spain even now. But I could be wrong. But double check that for me if you like. All right. Then we have our free recruitment role here, which I'm going to move to this side of the map. Oh, I forgot to adjust the income. So for the adjusted income, we need to move. There we go. We need to move Germany up 1 space from 23 to 24, and we move France from 8 to 9. Yeah, 8 to 9, and then Britain is going up from 13 to 14. All right. Okay, I'll move this over here as well. Now let's roll for some our recruitment roll first, and then we'll roll for tech as absolute last thing. So what we need here is a 6. It's a 3. Wow, nicely done. Okay, so we're going to put our 2 units. We're going to get 1 unit of infantry. And he's going to go into Galicia, Leon. This is what I forgot, guys. I was planning on moving some units here in Spain. I'm sure it will be okay with you guys. So my artillery here in Eastern Andalusia is going to come up to Madrid. Now, I never read anything about being able to rail units around. If I can rail units as a neutral nation, then I'm going to put it up to Galicia and Leon. Likewise, this cavalry is going to come up to, I'm going to say Catalonia. I'm going to move 1 infantry up to Catalonia as well, and Eastern Andalusia up to Galicia and Leon. All right. I need to do like a review of all my units later on in the game. All right, so let's roll for the... I don't know if I put a unit down. Let's see. I believe I did. I believe I did put a unit down as Spain, but I need to double check that. Let's roll for our tech. So I've listed off the tech over here. We're airborne doctrine, jet fighters, long-range aircraft, and advanced subs. Rolling 4 dice here, color-coded. All right, looking pretty good today. So the only one that did not succeed is the green. Everything else looks like it succeeded except for the brown. Nope, everything else succeeded except for long-range aircraft, which is unfortunate. Okay, so our advanced subs move up to stage 2, our jet fighters move up to stage 1, and our airborne moves up to stage 1. And that's what we see here. Okay, I believe that about covers all of our tech rolls. Let's double check on what we have where here at the end of the turn. So in Slovakia, 2 infantry, 1 artillery. In Austria, 1 cavalry. In Bavaria, 2 mechanized, 3 infantry, 1 mountain infantry, and 2 medium armor. In Berlin, 4 cavalry and 1 infantry. In Eastern Germany, 4 infantry and 1 anti-aircraft gun. In Königsberg, nothing. Over here in Western Germany, we have 3 medium bombers, 2 mechanized. We have 2 self-propelled artillery, we have 4 infantry, we have 3 fighters, a seaplane, tactical bomber, transport plane, and a medium bomber, 2 light armor, militia, an artillery, a motorized, and 2 airborne. 2 airborne, I believe that covers everything. Yeah, that covers everything. In the sea zones, we have an A-11 coastal defense ship, torpedo boat destroyer, coastal sub. In sea zone A-5, we have 1 destroyer. In port in Leon, Galicia and Leon, we have 1 torpedo boat destroyer. In A-35, we have 1 submarine. In M1, we have in port of Catalonia, we have 1 German transport. In sea zone A-49, 1 German sub. Where is this here? In sea zone A-10, we have 2 subs and a battle cruiser set to raiding duty. I believe that's it. I might have missed one here. Oh, let's talk about Spain as well. 2 infantry, 2 fighters. In Galicia and Leon, 2 infantry, 2 fighters, 1 militia, 1 artillery. In Catalonia, militia, infantry, cavalry. And then in port of Catalonia, we also have a nationalist heavy cruiser and a nationalist transport. That's what's going on there. Okay, thank you all for watching. Cheers. Oh, wait, one last thing. Let me share this timestamp. I always keep forgetting to do that. 4:48 a.m. There we have it. Cheers all.